So it seems like NBA teams are panicking about the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the only thing I can say is, well, yeah. Well, yeah. You kind of should be panicking. Just like teams a decade ago were panicking about the Golden State Warriors and what they were managing to do. And the fact is, again, the Golden State Warriors did what they did in a time where they were the greatest team of all time, and nobody was smarter than the Warriors back then. And I'm not going to say that there's like, and then the reason why the Warriors, not that they got caught up to, but they went from being unbeatable the first season to, as we saw from the Rockets, great but beatable, was because all these other teams really bought into analytics. They became smarter than the Warriors. The problem is that the Oklahoma City Thunder not only have some of the smartest people, they've got one of the best coaches, they've got arguably the best player in the world in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and they have the most future draft picks. They have one of the best picks in one of the best drafts we have seen in a long, long time. And that is just unfortunate to everybody else involved. That they have now basically won. I wonder how many championships in a row. Like, barring injury, I don't see when the next time they're going to lose is. And I cannot remember the last time. Like, the Warriors were the last time we saw this. And let's be real, the Warriors only lost because of injury. Like, the Warriors would have won championship after championship after championship if they were healthy. They just weren't healthy. They just weren't healthy, and not being healthy is clearly a big factor in losing. But the thing is that we've seen this Thunder team not be exceptionally healthy. They've had injuries. Like, Chet was injured most of last season, and they still were the number one seed in the NBA. Like, Chet was injured. This season, they were 18-1 before J-Dub came back from injury. All-star J-Dub. Number 2 to Shai J-Dub. Like, their second best player. And then you've also got a situation where they have 3 extensions that kick in. Obviously, they are the rookie max. And when those extensions kick in, okay, you still have the money. You just lose Hartenstein. You got 3 max contract players and a whole bunch of elite role players. Like, AJ Mitchell, after this year, has got 2 more years, if I'm not mistaken, on a... Did he sign a 4-year deal? He was a second-round pick, so he's got more years on his rookie deal, potentially. Ousmane Dieng is... Like, Ousmane Dieng, ironically, everybody's saying Ousmane Dieng's worth nothing. If you could tie down Ousmane Dieng to a team-friendly contract at the age he's at, there are absolutely teams that are going to take a flyer on Ousmane Dieng. Putting it out there. There are teams that will take a flyer on an Ousmane Dieng. If you go and get him signed up to a team-friendly contract at the end of this season, because that's what the Thunder tend to do, is the Thunder don't very rarely lose players for nothing. They very rarely do. And, like, they obviously go and make their trades. Some of them work, some of them don't. I think, was it Gordon Hayward they signed and it just failed miserably? I think they signed Gordon Hayward and it failed miserably and he retired. Was that it? They signed him. It did not work out. They were the 1 seed and it didn't work out in the playoffs at all. But, like, they figured it out. They got Caruso for Josh Giddey. When things aren't necessarily working out, even if they do get pennies on the dollar, like, Josh Giddey's obviously worth way more than Caruso. But at the same time, Caruso fits better. Caruso absolutely fit that team better. And you've now got situations where you've just got the perfect team, the perfect organization, the perfect role players. You've got, another year after this on Case and Wallace's rookie deal? You have, who do you draft? Obviously, you drafted AJ Mitchell in 2024. I can't even remember who else. They have Nikola Topic, 2 more years on his rookie deal. If he, obviously, I assume he's going to recover and be fine. And, like, Topic is going to be, worst case scenario, if Topic is just able to be on the basketball floor, you could probably get a late first round pick for him. because that is kind of the level that Topic was being perceived as. Topic is better than a Jakachionis. Just trying to think of like players from this year's draft. A Ben Sarif, a Yegor Demon. Like Topic is better than all those guys. So you've got that level of player. And now you've got obviously an elite coach, a team that's already there. Why wouldn't the entire league be scared? Genuinely. You would be concerned if the entire league aren't scared when they might be able to add Darren Peterson, AJ Dybantsta, Koa Pete, Cam Boozer, Caleb Wilson. They can add all of these players. Not one, not two, all of them. And that becomes scary. That becomes really scary when they're already the best team and they get a top pick. Like this would almost remind me of how scared teams might have been when the Detroit Pistons could have drafted Carmelo Anthony or even Darko, when they thought Darko was going to be that guy. With the way they thought Darko was going to be, teams were probably scared out of their minds of Detroit. But that Detroit Pistons team wasn't even in the stratosphere of this team. It just wasn't. That Detroit Pistons team was good, don't get it twisted. The 03 Detroit Pistons team. But they weren't as good as this team. So, yeah, no wonder teams are scared. Teams should be scared. And that's the crazy thing, is saying, oh, teams are scared. Oh, why would you be scared? They absolutely should be scared. These teams absolutely should be scared of this team. Because this Thunder team is the best team we've seen since the Golden State Warriors. And obviously that Golden State Warriors team is one of the greatest teams to ever play the sport of basketball. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know who's going to beat them. Because they're looking better and better and better every single time they set foot on the floor. And that is scary. I'm watching them have a bad game against Portland, be down going into the fourth, and you just think to yourself, oh, they're going to win. This is the Warriors. This is genuinely the Warriors all over again, where you just don't believe they're going to ever lose a game. Like, if you watch them play and you're like, oh, yeah, they're going to win. No matter what happens, you're like, oh, eventually they're going to come back and fuck about and win. Oh, yeah, they've been really bad through three quarters. You know what? Unless you're up 30, you're probably not going to beat them in the fourth. There is a level of inevitability in this Oklahoma City team. And the fact is not only, as scared as people are because they own the Clippers pick this year, people don't realize they own the Clippers pick next year too. I understand that it's not quite as good a draft, but if they end up getting someone like Stokes, that's a serious pick. That is a serious pick, and it maybe isn't as strong, but if they go and get a top 2 or 3 pick, I'm sure if you're Oklahoma City, you get a top 5 pick, and suddenly you're going to be able to figure out a way of making it work. They've had one of their own picks. They've had this entire rebuild with one of their own picks, which was Chet Holmgren. And albeit, they absolutely took the right player with that one. There was a lot of talk about them taking, I think everyone knew they were going to take Chet. That was actually, I remember that vividly. Everyone knew they were taking Chet because everyone thought that Jabari Smith was going number 1 and Paolo was going number 3. And then even once Paolo went number 1, everyone was like, okay, they're still going to take Chet. The Oklahoma City Thunder. This was the theory. The theory was, okay, yeah, they're tanking. They're tanking right now, so they're going to take Chet. Which is a crazy thing to think about. Because 2 years later, they were the 1 seed. In Chet's rookie season, they were the 1 seed. And then in Chet's second season, they won a championship. So yeah, it's an interesting one all around. But anyway, see you guys.